just your thoughts on that first match and how things went for the team.
I've said this a few times that I'm not discouraged by the result just because I know this team's capable of more than that and the margins were so slim. You look at the sets that we lost and every single one was due points, and we had set point in a couple of them and we had our opportunities, and I think we can capitalize them even better the next time we get those opportunities. So I'm excited to see what we can do in the future, and I know that we can play even better volleyball.
How do you feel the teams responded to practice after that close loss too?
We've replicated, 25 all in the fourth or 13-13 in the fifth in different practice scenarios, and I think our response is very different. We're not hesitating. We're really being the aggressors in those situations instead of playing maybe a little more passively. So I'm excited because what we're doing in practice is really going to prepare us for those situations in the future.
I think there was a little bit of nerves for that first match, and maybe that's all behind you with the second match coming up.
I'll never say nerves are behind us, but I will say they're probably much more eased. It's unnatural for anyone not to have nerves, especially playing in front of 11,000 people in the first match of PVF history. At home, we had so much support, but of course nerves come with that. I think nerves can be used in a really good way, and I don't think they necessarily got the best of us, but at the same time, I think they'll be much more eased in the future. And we can use the support of those Nebraskan fans in the future.
What was it like after the game, finishing up the press conferences and walking up the stairs and seeing all those fans? And you're one of the stragglers coming up and seeing all those waves, get autographs from the entire team.
It's incredible. Nebraska fans, just of volleyball in general, always show up. People ask me if I was surprised by the number of people in the stands, and I said no, because I just know how much they love the sport of volleyball. The people that were coming up to me after the match said already how big of fans they were of me and my team, and they'd watched me in college, and they just are so smart about the sport of volleyball, and they're avid fans. So it really means the world that we get to play here in the CHI, and I think our audience is just going to continue to grow.
What was it like seeing the outpour of support on social media too? You saw ESPN post it, Front Office Sports. How cool was that too?
We got a email from Chris, and he was saying how just comparing our numbers to different first games of different leagues in the States, for example, NBA attendance, WNBA attendance, NFL attendance for first games, and we crushed those numbers. So it's really, really cool to, realize that comparison, understand how incredible this opportunity is, and what we're doing is really, really special. So just seeing the media, they didn't necessarily have that a couple decades ago, is really cool. I think that'll even elevate it further.
What do you know about this San Diego team?
They're talented. They have a lot of talent. I've been saying that the longer this league existed, the more talent each team continued to gain, whether that was from college or late signees. And personally, I think 6 Oregon people that are on the San Diego team, so I know them quite well. I know how skilled they all are and what they bring to the court. So I'm excited to, one, see their faces on the other side of the net, but also just see how we can compete against them.
So what is that atmosphere in the team?
What type of atmosphere? Yeah, just anything. We're competitors. We're always going to continue to compete hard. I think the atmosphere is, we don't want to have that 15-13 situation again in the 5th set, so we're going to do what we can to make that not happen. And, every single set is a new opportunity. Every point's a new opportunity, and so I think this group is really special because we're just going to continue to grind every day to get better, that 1% better.
Any other questions?
What is your approach to team as a captain?
To what? Sorry.
What is your approach to team as a captain? Do you have any kind of a, secret call or a boost, or when they struggle?
I think I've always tried to lead by example. What I expect out of my teammates, I try to really resemble that in my own play, in my own character. And so I think this group is extremely special because every single player brings something to the table. Just because I maybe have the title as captain doesn't mean that every single one of these girls doesn't bring their own characteristics to make our team better. For myself personally, I just try to go out there and compete as hard as I can, and hopefully that rubs off on the rest of the team.